So happy holidays, everyone. I just wanted to be the first one online to actually film that while I am, and how lucky I am and grateful. And I have many things to look and back and reflect on the wonderful things that I have in my life. I just started dating yesterday, and I feel good about it. I have tons to do on my plate. I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos. The G Team, you are the wonderful, sweet Patty. You're great. I love to watch you. James the Fam, and Oh My Gosh TV, as well as I'm trying to think. Let's say Shreese. I can't remember everyone because I've watched so much. I think also I like Todd and Ron. Not sure, but I do believe it's the Ghost, Urban Ghost, um, Urban Ghost Watchers and the Holy Walkers. Holy Walker was is a new one to me, and I'm getting into Angie. I love the connection that we have emotionally and mentally, and we are both psychics. So I look forward to sharing some of my insights and some of my things that ghosts and general and spirits and talk to me from the other side and letting me know things, so we kind of connect there. I would love to do a lot more the night filming, doing ghost things and stuff like that. I walked in the cemetery at Davis Cemetery. It's a historical one in Austin, and I was walking by a grave, and I felt the grave pull me down into the grave. It wasn't that I twisted my ankle. I didn't, lose my balance. It pulled me towards the grave. I haven't had that strong of a pull in quite a while, and I don't quite understand it. I'm still understanding, taking on that information. I'm psychic, but I haven't learned to master it, and I take a lot of it and try to not, have my eyes or ears open because too much information. I don't want to know when death is coming. Like I know when somebody's going to die before they do. I don't like that. I don't like having insight or of premonitions to see the future. I don't like those because a lot of times it's not always positive. Um, I can talk freebasically. I can do. I'm real good at investigation. I'm real good at body profiling and just situational profiling to understand and redirect things that people that do not understand general information. I can help them understand in layman's terms on a plain, you know, where I can help people understand life on a simple level. I am here to listen. I'm here to talk and try to share my experiences and let you know that I had a hard life. I no doubt about it. Nobody's ever lived the life I have. Nobody's been had anything severely happen as severe as mine. But it's what made my love in my heart, my honesty, my mindfulness, my thoughtfulness, respect. I have more love. In my heart, in my mind, I believe that I have more love for others so much that I had such a hard time uh, getting back at somebody or doing anything wrong to somebody because I just can't. My heart won't allow it. I've never been able to. As a cancer, I was born in June, so as a cancer, my house is my home. I love everybody. I'm kind and courteous. I try to keep my negative thoughts to myself. I just laugh it off. As Featherhead, some people just don't use their brain. They just play with it. Put it away. Bring it out. Play with it. It's just like a toy with a kid. People just don't take they need to laugh more and enjoy more things And Thanksgiving coming up, one of the things I think that people forget on a day-to-day basis up until Thanksgiving is that we have so many things around us, whether it's the clothes on our back, whether it's the information education, being able to absorb that in your mind, to be able to think, to be able to do simple things like your checkbook or responsibilities as far as your bills or getting your needs met or being creative. Everything, any tiny thing that you can grab onto, if you have issues, you can grab onto 10 small things. It will build up into a grateful thing. The life I've lived, I've always been, up until recently, I've always despised my life. I looked forward to death. Then I couldn't explain why I did, but yesterday I caught the understanding of it. I look forward to it because God told me not to get used to anything on this earth because we wasn't supposed to be attached to the earthly things. So therefore, I look forward for death because that means I get rid of this shell, all the issues that came with it, the sicknesses, the pills, all of them things, all the responsibilities, all the crap that goes with it. I can throw it to the ground in ashes, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. My soul gets to incline into the best place that we all look forward to, which is a peaceful, loving place of peace and serenity, of just no pain, no hurt, no crying, no sorrow, no worries. So yeah, I look forward to death. I'm not in a hurry as much as I used to be. And now losing all my family members except my half brother that didn't have anything to do with me. It's fine. I don't get along with him, but I don't have any family members near me. I live alone now. I inherited my mother's place because she died September 13th this year of small cell cancer of the lungs. And I'm okay. I don't feel that it didn't feel right. The decisions that were made and pushed for me to make, and it didn't feel right. But I understand it that I can move on because after her destroying my life on and on and on and on and haunting me and stalking me and the health problems she caused, I'm just glad it's over. It's been a long life battle. My mother told me she never meant to be a mother, and I was like, well, I'm sorry that you had an accident. You can't suck me back in. That's for damn sure, so I'm screwed. And thank you for opening your wide legs. I'm glad that you got so big that you had a big old tube between your legs so they could stop it from happening again. Now that's not nice. However, if you had a parent that did things that my mother did, my mother wasn't a mother, she was an incubator. My grandmother was my mother. She raised me, she loved me, she taught me, she gave me principles, she gave me values, she gave me love, she gave me what I needed, not what I wanted, and I never did want. That's one thing I learned. You don't want. You take care of what you have, and you only get what you need. Absolutely emergency need. That way, you always have something set to the side. So if there's an emergency come up, you got it. Now, I want to show you my turkey. I think it's cute. I'm not a big person on cooking because I'm by myself, but I just wanted to give you a little peek at my turkey. It's cute. The last time I had a turkey, I actually bought one and it was a 27-pound turkey. This is cute. This is my turkey. So it's already cooked, pre-cooked, and ready to go. I'm gonna make a cute little plate up. And since I'm an artist with the black forest ham, cheese, and all the different colors of stuff I have, and apples and bananas, I'm gonna get a plate and I'm gonna make a art palette of Thanksgiving. And I'm gonna take a picture of it and I'm gonna post it on my Facebook, my Twitter account, as well as hopefully get on live and maybe do a little live presentation on how I just did that. Maybe even take pictures. My power cord on my phone, I never got a backup, and so I've had to Afro American ingenuity put and pull the sleeve off of it and try to get the wire to bend such a way so that I could power it up. It's kind of cute and funny. I come up with some good ideas. I go with extra 100 miles to get something to work before I replace it or fix it. That's crazy. But in my I'm living the what I call the bachelor pad house because I haven't had time to really do anything. And with the winter stuff coming, I don't feel like doing anything. I don't have the tools and materials, so I'm not gonna gut the house. I'm not gonna repair the house until spring comes because it's too cold. I mean, here we just had a freeze, a major freeze, and I just crossed my fingers that nothing busted because I only have one sink that works, and it's the bathroom. The bathroom shower and the bathroom sink work, and that's where I wash and that's where I clean things. In here, nothing really works except for the new stove, which my mom's been leasing from Aaron's, and I don't. It's a rental owned place, and I haven't even contacted. I don't plan on it right now because it's too much to worry about. I got taxes and everything else, which thank God is cheap. The house, I'm not gonna sell it until it gets up to $160,000, which is only 29.9 now, and it's 50 years old. Well, close to 50. It's a year older than me. I just turned 44 in June, so made it through the midlife crisis of mill. Kind of. I'm still accepting things, and I cut and shredded my hair. It was getting too long, and I'm fixing to put a black dye in it after it starts to come back because I chopped it to death. But I just wanted to be comfortable with myself and give myself a fresh start again. I I have a piano. I lost my guitar to a hawk to for doing something else with it, but I'm gonna replace my guitar so that I can get it back and start playing again. I'm doing better with the guitar than I do with my piano. I can't play piano really well. I like to play things that are harmonizing long tunes like a organ. I like to hear those in a long note. It makes it seem like I'm in a mortuary or a church or something like that. But I can't necessarily do anything. Maybe 5 bars of Amazing Grace, and that's about it. The my fingers are not what do you call it? They're not. I can drive a standard, but I can't do a piano. It's funny, but I do crochet, and I am working on some things right now. I have some ideas that I'm thinking about. I just went on eBay and found out that I could get a ton of crochet for really cheap. And I'm going to do that because I'm going to be doing some blankets. I have learned the rose pattern crochet pattern, and I've learned some other patterns that are really cool. And with YouTube, I've learned that there's other places that I can do a pattern really quick. Just doing it after doing it a few times, it kind of sticks in there. And I'll be selling my things online here, as well as YouTube. The YouTube videos I'll probably be putting at least a link, or at least letting you know on a live channel that I have already been putting the Mandela colored stuff on my Facebook to sell for a couple of bucks, and probably won't cost much by just vanilla folder and a couple of stamps. Really wouldn't be much. I mean, a couple of bucks, that gives me an accomplishment to know that my art don't go in the garbage can after finishing it. It makes it feel like it has a place to be. My art never has. I've always given all my art away, like the crochet doll patterns for their dresses. I can crochet a doll dress from any era by brain thought, not by pattern. I can't follow a pattern, but I can crochet with the fine doily thread using a 5 or under needle. Which, let me explain this. Of a few of these needles, you'll see what kind of eyes you have to be able to use it. Like this one is a very tiny, tiny, I mean, teeny, tiny, tiny. You see the hook? Just barely see the hook on it. And then there's these here. Now I like to use the smallest one I can use that doesn't hurt so bad in my eyes. Is I use this one. This one is easier to see, not the best, but it's the easiest to see. And I use this to make the doll dresses. Like the one I liked the most was the 1940 Roaring Forties. I made a dress that was lavender. It had a hat, and then I put a pin in the top. It had a petticoat underneath. And it was beautiful. It was a 13, 14-inch doll, just an old common 99-cent doll from Walmart. And the other one I made was, I called it Gone with the Wind, because it was a really fun thing, and it was really big and wide, and it also had a petticoat in it underneath. And it also had, it was crocheted and sewn on, where you can't take it off. I don't like those type that you have to take off and put on. It's a presentable doll dress. All my patterns are one of a kind, can't be repeated. Don't know how to repeat it. They ain't gonna write it down. Even if I was asked to, I wouldn't write it down, because that's what makes my artwork and my crafts unique, and that makes me feel good that I can give it to somebody. But I really, really, as my age gets more matured, I'd like to be able to sell them $2 or $3 or $5 a piece. I'd like to start my artwork. I'm kind of gotten past that giving away thing, because the giving has been overlooked by my kindness. They take advantage of me. They're more out to take care of it. If you give it to them for free, they'll just throw it on the table. It'll get lost in papers. They'll throw it away eventually. It doesn't get took care of. But so that's the reason why I'm going to start selling my art crafts. I'm going to start selling it and sending it in mail, so that I have that. Also, I wanted to suggest or put in my address, so that if you want to send a pen pal mail, or snail mail, we call, I am welcoming and inviting people to do that. My address is 11903 Green Grove Drive. 3 words. No, I'm not afraid who's going to come up here. I got golf clubs, knives, candlesticks, big piano. I'll knock you out if you come over here and start messing with me and plan on causing harm. The sheriff department's only 5, 10 minutes. I live 3 miles from a, international airport. Tons of cops over there, and the old base with, yeah. I'm not worried. Tons of people around here. Never worried about anybody really bothering me. It's Austin, Texas, 78725. And my name is Michael Boyd, Boyd, Michael. So if you want to send me anything, go ahead and send it to me. I would love to have mail. I don't care if it's, when I see that there's mail in the mailbox, I don't care if it sells papers, if it's junk mail, if it's somebody offering me. Man, I love my name on something. It makes me feel important. It makes me feel like somebody wants me, that somebody wants to hear from me, or somebody wants. Obviously, if my name's on it, it makes me feel important. It gave me my first piece of mail that I got was Gillette sent me a birthday gift, a 16th birthday gift of razors, and I wasn't even growing hair anywhere on my body. I have no clue who put me on a list for Gillette razors. I was blown away. Like, wow, Grandma, look at this. She goes, what are you doing getting mail? I'm like, well, obviously somebody thought that I was important enough to get something, but I don't shave but maybe once every more than 2 years. I don't grow that quickly. It just doesn't happen. Um, I am also going to try and get some videos done. I have an idea. Since my grandmother died in the house, I mean, literally, I found her dead. That was very heart wrenching. in 2001. And so I know that she's here. I also know that there's spooky places and spooky areas of this gigantic yard I have and gigantic house I have. So I'm going to take you on a tour and a story tour of my past and the eeriness and creepiness in it. All the shows I've been seeing on YouTube by the people I named off at the beginning of the video, you're, I'm going to put it, but we're gonna explore from my home here, where I was born and raised. Not really born here, but 18 months into my life, we moved here. If I'm 44 now, so that'll give you an idea about what's going on. But I'm gonna take you back as if I wasn't living here, and I'm speaking as a oh, moderator. I'm gonna be the moderator of a tour of my past, and I will speak in a third person so that I can lead you to a storyline and show you some really spooky looking things that may keep you going, oh my god, holy crap. It'll wake you up and make you wonder and think, gosh, I have it great. My gosh, I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation. I would just, oh. Or, wow, you've got a lot to do in life. Or, I like to give you a story. I like to give you a true story. I like to be very honest, but I want you to always be kept captive and interested in what I have to say because I don't want my words to be wasteful. I battled a long time to talk. I fought my way into talking because everything that I wanted to share, I was not allowed to share. It was sort of a rule. Couldn't take it out of the house. If it happened here, I couldn't take it out of the house to share. So in counseling, I couldn't even say what was going on here, otherwise I'd get my butt beat. I couldn't discuss my feelings as a gay man. That was a no-no, and I damn sure didn't like being gay. I thought that too, and I finally gave it. I was like, whatever. I'm tired, and now I'm kind of retired because I'm not the same person that came out of the closet. I was very active as a teen and went out with a lot of people. Embarrassingly enough, I probably have 5,000 sex partners in my past since age 16. It's really eerie to think to think that many, but some people have a long history of certain things, and like alcoholism, I went through that. I went through drugs. I went through everything. Traveling, adventures. You name any topic, and I can pretty much match and keep the conversation interesting. Um, I'd like to, like I said, I'm gonna do a moderated tour of my past to the future and now of the house on the outside and at night because it's the most creepy, and I can give you a little insight on who I am, what importance I am here, and help me then tell me and help me out and give me comments. Email me at hugalots74 at gmail.com. Make sure you let me know what I can do or what topic I can talk about that can help you. I can facilitate psych classes to help anybody with any kind of psych issues. Any post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, panic, anxiety, psychogenetic seizures caused by anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder, which is what I have. It's still new, but it's on YouTube. Found it. Now I know what I got. I'm very savvy in Texas law. Got 750 years worth of law somewhere stacked in my brain. I have tons of medical experience because I'm a CNA. I was a tech for a psych unit for geriatrics. I took psychology classes. I have a CNA. My great grandmother was a medicine woman, and they basically gave up on him. He buried sitting up somewhere in up northwest Texas. I know a lot about Texas history and have followed my roots all the way back to lost it. Anyway, my the first one that I can go back to is Great Alexander. He was the first one of the clan that made his way throughout history and over here. So that was one. My grandfather was German. He came from Germany. His daddy came from Germany when he was 13. It enriched history. My grandparents put a lot of their life making Texas Tech, but they also made an imprint on tons of people's lives. And I'm not talking about a few in the neighborhood. I'm talking about probably about 200 or 300 counties of Texas, and multiple states of people. My grandfather never drove anywhere without waving. Every car he passed by, he waved. Every time that he passed by somebody and made eye contact, how you doing? And he tipped his hat. We were I don't want to say the last Mohicans because I'm still the last one of the seventh generation. I am the last of the Mohicans of the Texans that is actually honest, loving, will give you everything, including my food off of my out of my house. The last bit of the crumb, you got it, you need it, you want it, you got it. If it's the last dollar out of my wallet or the last dollar out of my bank, or if I have to go borrow money, if I have to go sell something, and you because you need something, really need something, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna make sure you get it. If you're battling something and you want me to go to battle with you, you want me to get a group of people and get something done, I can do it. I got the Equal Rights Bill law passed. I got the run law passed. And I also got marriage equality passed and held in Utah. I knew once the Mormons were faced with the dilemma of not being able to fight it, to the point they ran out of funds and had to drop Medicaid programs. Um, I knew once we'd be the biggest or largest church type gathering state. I knew once we won that, it'd be like a stack of dominoes falling because it was always a religious type thing that kept back people who loved one another, no matter whether it was sex, race, or whatever it was. It didn't matter. You should be able to be happy with the one you love, and you should be able to seal it with some sort of contract. I don't want to. I didn't care either way. I mean, partnership. I had already lived there for almost 10 years. Anytime I was already settled and comfortable. But when I said that I was comfortable and I looked at him, he looked at me and gave the whole hell like he could kill me. I automatically jumped up to the computer and started typing as fast as I could to get as much, information. I got me a person that married us at Trolley Square in Utah that's all used to, and I still miss doing it. Excavate fossils, 60 and 65,000-year-old fossils from the Kimmer, Wyoming outer edges of Wyoming, in several different locations in a quarry. And I dug a good 600-700 Diplos and ideas. They're about about as long as this phone, I guess. I don't got a computer yet, but I will be soon. I don't got internet. Yeah, I got internet on this phone, but soon I'll get all those things. I started on the computer with a 2400 baud modem, and it was a 256 computer. Then it was 386 or 356, something like that, and then it was a 14. No, it was a 36 baud modem, then a 14.4 baud modem, and then it was a 56 baud modem, and then thank God there was DS. There's a cap. The Austin capital of Texas, they do not allow companies to come in offer such services as DSL, is in those big, easy, fun, excessive, high tech things because it can be used to harm the defense, or can I think that Austin is scared that if you invite too much into the capital city, that it can be used against the city to harm the city's protection against terrorists and stuff like that. I really do, and it's always been like that. And I think that it's kept Austin in control of all of the companies because they own it as a state. They actually own the companies they contract out to. They don't allow companies to come and offer DSL. Oh hell no. We don't even have Comcast. I love Comcast. We don't even have that. We have Austin Cablevision, which turned into Spectrum. Now, what the heck is Spectrum? It don't matter how many Spectrums you get, you're still gonna have one company name, and guess what? It's still under contract, but it's City of Austin. City of Austin, if you are not contracted under them, they won't let you have a company. You can't have a company in Austin. You have to move outside the Travis County area, and then whatever you provide will not be something that the citizen in the county, much less the city, can use because it's so far away. And there's a lot of blocks that get blocked out. Like there's there's things that I can't research online. There's things that I can't reach out and find out. And there's search and it gives you a short list. Now Houston, when I was in Houston, we had DSL. I could click on something and I'd go all the way to New York or California. It'd give me tons of trillions of search options. Here, it's capped. It keeps you from wandering too far into situations. Almost caged. It's free out where I'm at. It's freedom as far as that. But I'm like the Hobbit. I isolate because of anxiety and panic attack. So did my mom. I stay inside all winter long. I do not like to go out. But if I go out, it's to the mailbox or it's to pick up the cons, which da. I heard Patty say while looking in forest one night. She said, "Oh, we don't, I don't think we have many pecans here." Well, sister, let me tell you. As a country boy in the South, I call them buckons, and a lot of country rednecks that have buns will tell you these are pecans. Now, if you say it fast enough, you can hear the P. But pecans, like that. But it's not a pecan because the stupid spelling of English is just bad. Now, I have several of the pecans here. I can pick them all up off the ground as I get the breathing because I run out of air a lot. But as I pick them up and I crack them, I can put them in something and I can send it to y'all. But here's the thing, I don't doubt. Getting a box, getting the shipment, getting all that, that's pretty difficult for me. It is almost impossible that I go out because if I go out, okay, with HIV, I have developed a acute or with diabetes and everything. When I know Austin in my head, but if you put me on a street near a hospital, I'm done. I lose track of where I'm at, who I am, and what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'll stare off into space, and I'll lose track of time, and 4 or 5 hours go by. Sooner or later, it's dark, and I'm just totally confused and walking around in circles. Have no earthly idea. Everything looks the same. I don't recognize anything. I feel like it's like a fog that comes over my head, and just all of a sudden, I get lost, and all of a sudden I go back in time, and I'm 12, and then I'm 9, and I keep going back until I can't think, I can't add, I can't I don't know if I got my wallet. I don't know if I got my address. Of is there my address? Because I have to write notes and put it in my wallet so that I can look through my wallet, or I have to add a text or something in my phone so that I can look at my text messages to read through it to find out who I am, where I live, where I've lived lately, the time, the date, and all that. I have to keep everything so to keep me reminded. Now here where I'm at now, and in the house where I'm at now, I was raised here. Everything is totally familiar 24/7. So don't get lost in the yard and in the house. I was drowned 90% of the time of my life. The school advised my parents and family to keep an eye on me because of my. I have a. At that time, I had autism. They didn't know it back in '83, and they also diagnosed me with my disability. They diagnosed me with a childlike mind. I have. It took a long time for me to develop. But with like with autism and anybody else, I had a hard time dealing with life. But I was also very intelligent and understanding on some subjects and something else. My IQ's around 98, but I'm street smart, life smart because I've lived it face to face. I was tired of people telling me there's a big old world out there, boy, and you got a lot to learn. Well, I'll tell you what, that'll surely push a person or a young teen right out on the streets because that's where they're going to go find it. They're going, that's it, I'm going to go learn because I'm sick of hearing it. So when I get out there and I learn everything I need to know, I'm going to come back and go, I know what you're talking about. Matter of fact, I can teach you something now. That's exactly what I did. I sold roses and carnations on the busiest, well-known music street called Sixth Street. It's a very popular place on Friday, Saturday nights. They also have like big bands and different bands and live bands and stuff like that. Some notices, I've done some. Um, I've done some, I found people, and so I was able to hook them up with different bars or hook those, like talent scalping and with art and I notice people's good points and where they can be noticed, and I take and I highlight that and I tell the person, okay, this is where you go, this is how you display it, this is how to put a portfolio together, this is how to talk, and this is who to talk to. If somebody has an idea of how things can be better handled, I don't mind sitting helping you dissect it to help debug anything that you need to face when you go to get it done. So nobody can fight or disagree with you. They have no way to disagree because we'll debug it. I don't mind helping you through any type of situation. I understand. I can't change your situation, but you can. You say, oh no, I can't do that. I can't. You know what? I used to say the same thing. My life sucks and it ain't gonna get no better. Well, yes, it did. Sometimes it just takes being alone to find peace, to find tranquility, to be able to do great meditation and to center yourself, to open your ears and let your outer orbing, and I say outer orb, the outer electrical field to open and spread, covering around you, making it open your mind, thoughts, sound, every teeny tiny thing aware, and even take off out of my mind, and I can leave my body, see my body in a meditation. Took 6 months to really get in depth with that. But it also opened up the spirit world, the ghost world, the demonic world, and I know all the religious things. I've taught myself the Wiccan books, and I'm open minded. I'm not going to be down to that. Any one thing. I don't want to place myself in one box or another. I live around the box, in the box, around. I don't want to be classified as one thing. I'm unique in that I can fall into any category. There's not one subject or one topic I can't at least have a conversation 30 minutes or more. I like to be well rounded. I like to be worldly. I don't want to be stupid. I don't want to be, uh, you know, and my mom got mad because she didn't understand it. But there's stupid and then there's ignorant. And I don't want to be ignorant because when I was 14, I was ignorant as a board. I had no clue, nothing. I had no clue about that. I had a lot of imaginary thoughts, a lot of good ideas. Didn't know how to implement it. I was so like, what a redneck. But now I have matured so much and grew so much and had so much and had too long. Last 18 years I've had. Last 2 years I've had two relationships. Very proud ones. My husband passed away, so I am placing my phone down so I can actually talk a little bit more to you. Um, my husband died in 2015, so I'm settling in a new, mature level of life. Everything at my disposal to make my life what I want it to be, and there's nobody around, nobody family wise, no school to control me, no rules, no regulations. All I have to do is be an American citizen, act American citizen, take my responsibilities for my home life and what I need. The bills took care of. Make sure I get a little bit to eat so I can lose this fat stomach. Make sure that I take my pills. Take care of my little dog that I just newly. She adopted me. She came over to my house and stayed with me, and I've been taking care of her. Hey, I ain't gonna kick it to the curb if it wants me. But I ain't going looking for it either. You don't see me shopping. I'm such a lovable person that I have birds fly next to me and sit down next to me. I'm like Snow White. I mean, it's kind of humorous because I've had possums get up next to me. I've had blackbirds, blue jays, scissortails, peacocks, chickens. Nature just is so comfortable around me. It's not scared of me. All dogs and cats, they rub up against me, get up on my arm, on my nose, and I may be allergic to them, but there's no amount of allergy that will keep me from living and loving what this earth has to give and what it's taught me. Um, the things that I know, the carpentry, the skills, the ability to help people understand things, to help people see the light go off in their head and go, wow, I never thought about that before. I never thought about it like that. I never knew that this heartache could ever go away, ever be at least a peaceful plane, and that my back burner didn't get overfilled and I didn't get overwhelmed. Just live it moment by moment and enjoy each moment that passed. Try not to regret. Try not to say you'd like to relive this over like this. Oh. Number one, ask the questions before. I've asked the questions in my dowsing rods. There's no such thing as reincarnation. God wrote one story, one book. Your life has already been pre-wrote. There's an ending at the end of the page. There's no part two, part three, part five, movie six, movie seven. No, we have one life to make a mark and make a profound and stand and put a mark, a footprint in the sand. next to the one that you can't see, and there's called Footprints. It's like Walking with Jesus type picture, and I'll find it for you. But you got to put a foot in front of the other, and you can't go backwards. The sun don't go backwards. It's not morning now; it's night. It's not going to come back up until in the morning. It don't go back till 5 o'clock and come back the other way. That way it can. It's not going to go backwards. You're not going to turn into a butterfly and come back. You have one life. Jesus said, one life. But we will have our soul, our love, the things that keep you caring, the things that keep you interested in getting to know somebody, or walking that extra minute or moment, or calling or taking that extra break and going, hey, how's it going? I've met you before. My name is so-and-so. Welcome to our city. Welcome to our country. Welcome to the street. It's nice to see you walking. I ain't seen you before, but it's nice to see you walking. I'm glad that you're having a wonderful day. It looks like you're having a good day. Smile to me. Hey, how's it going? Good morning. It's such a wonderful day. I'm alive. I feel alive. I feel thankful. I just wanted to share with you how grateful it is to be sitting here and share my heart, my feelings, and let you know I honestly, with all my heart, wish you the most happiest holiday. Take a walk. It's not worth the negative. Negative is so much harder to produce, and it stays so much longer, 45 minutes after lingering. Your blood pressure messes up. Your weight messes up. Your stress messes up. Pretty soon it involves people that are not even having issues, they get issues. You go home, those are having issues. You go to work, their issues are combined with yours. It just is a universal bullshit game. You don't play. You don't play. It's like you don't play with demons. You don't play with demonic things. Don't play with the negative. Negative is demonic. Negative can't do anything but negative. But positive, like negative, positive. A smile and one positive affirmation can last 45 minutes. If you laugh, it can last an hour. You can be happy for a whole hour, and nothing can disrupt that. You can be jolly, you can handle several things before you get lit up again. And when you do, you gotta take that time back and take that little 3 to 5 minute meditation. Go to the bathroom, have that 3 to 5 minute meditation. Block everything out. Be mindful of your surroundings, but block everything out. Let your electrical field cover you and push away all the negativity. Bring peace from your head to your toe using your breathing. Very slow. Bring it down to a shallow. You'll be at peace. And then go back into the situation and find something funny to tell or something to say. Find a positive thing. No matter how negative that person is, you find that positive to say to them. And you say it with the most, not sarcastically. Don't sarcastically do anything. Don't manipulate people. But go back to me. You know what? I'm glad that I went to the restroom because it really dawned on me how important that it is to be at peace. And I just wanted to say, I'm sorry that we got upset with one another. I don't want to argue. Life is so precious, and Thanksgiving is not for those that we cannot thank, but those that we can thank all the time. And the one that gave it to us. Life is so short. There's no reason not to add once you worry. Smile. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Do something funny in the mirror. Just do something funny. Doesn't have to be big and whatever. Say, hi, I like what you're wearing. You really look nice now. Oh, I like your shoes. It's cool. You're clean and nice, kept up. Or did you do that? Wow, you're so gifted. Dan, you can teach me that. Well, I'd like to know more about that. Could you help me understand more about the topic? Be interested in somebody. Make them feel important. It doesn't matter where you get it back. Be the best that you can be no matter what it is that you're going to be. But be good, positive about it. If you're going to be a bitch, at least be a happy bitch. Oh, excuse me for my language, but just be happy. Like I said, love y'all. Bye.